It's the afternoon of Tuesday, September 28, and a United Airlines Boeing 767-400 is preparing to depart from Honolulu, Hawaii, bound for Newark, New Jersey. The flight is scheduled to be in the air for about 9.5 hours. We're jumping in as the aircraft approaches runway 8 right for takeoff.
362 Heavy, Honolulu Tower, caution jet, last right line of 8, traffic landing runway 4 right. United 362 Heavy, runway right line up and wait.
8 right line up and wait, yeah, 362 Heavy.
362 Heavy, caution turbulence, Heavy Boeing 777 departed, runway right clear for takeoff, wind 05011, gust 19er.
8 right clear for takeoff, yeah, 362 Heavy.
362 Heavy, contact departure.
Departure, 362 Heavy, have a good one.
The 767 takes off normally and is handed off to Honolulu Control Facility, known as HCF. The HCF consolidates several FAA facilities: Honolulu Center Radar Approach Control, the Hawaii Pacific System Management Office, Honolulu Air Traffic Control Tower, and the Terminal Radar Approach Control, through an upgraded and modernized system. The combined services provided by the HCF include the control of en route air traffic, arrivals, departures, and overflights in and around the numerous airports of the Hawaiian island chain, as well as aircraft from the US mainland, Asia, South Pacific, New Zealand, and Australia. The HCF departure controller directs United 362 away from Honolulu and towards the US mainland.
United 362 Heavy, turn left heading 090.
Left turn 090, right, 362 Heavy. And Honolulu, yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, approach.
Yeah, it looks like we got a maintenance issue that's going to require us to come back, so we're going to need to dump some fuel and hold for a little bit while we do that, so I'm not sure where you want to put us.
Okay, United 362 Heavy, just continue on your heading for now, and then what altitude would you like to hold? United 362 Heavy, what altitude would you like to hold?
We'll do 10,000, yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, turn right heading 110.
Right turn 110, yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, turn right heading 200.
Right turn 200, United 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, contact approach 118.3, they'll give you further instructions.
18.3, United 362 Heavy, thanks. NHF, United 362 Heavy with you at 5,000.
United 362 Heavy, HF approach, turn right 270, maintain 5,000. Expect holding over Gecko.
Okay, I understand. Heading 270, and you said we're going to hold over Gecko?
United 362 Heavy, affirmative. That would be Golf, Echo, Charlie, Kilo, Oscar. If you have a different request, advise.
Okay, so hold over Gecko. We're going to plan on that. Yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, you want to stay at 5,000?
Negative. We'd like to go at 10,000. Yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, okay, I'll hire for you in 4 miles.
Higher 4 miles. Yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, climb maintain 10,000.
Leaving 5,000 for 10,000. Yeah, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, advise when you're ready for turns to Gecko.
United 362 Heavy, we can accept the clearance to Gecko.
United 362 Heavy, clear direct Gecko, hold over Gecko as published, maintain 10,000, expect further clearance at 0310, time now 0255 and 3/4.
United 362 cleared to direct to Gecko, hold as published, 10,000, expect further clearance 0310.
United 362 Heavy, and advise when you are ready for inbound to Honolulu.
Affirmative. And can we just hold on this radio here? Give us a sip hold and 362 Heavy. Hold it inbound here.
Okay, United 362 Heavy, could I give you holding on the Honolulu 220 radio 15DME6?
How about even a present position hold?
United 362 Heavy, hold in your present position and maintain 10,000. United 362 Heavy, and you can make the standard turn.
And for United 362 Heavy, get 10-mile legs on that.
United 362 Heavy, approved as requested.
Thanks.
United 362 Heavy, are you familiar with Alana? It's the Honolulu 171 radio off of the 9er DME. Correction, 13.9er DME 6.
We just prefer to hold here if we could.
United 362 Heavy, upon completion of this leg, make left turns instead.
Okay, left turns. We can change the altitude if it helps you, but you said left turns?
United 362 Heavy, yeah, you'll be fine over there. Just a left turns instead will be better for our traffic.
Okay, left turn.
United 362 Heavy, HF approach.
Go ahead for United 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, ARINC wants you to contact them frequency 131.905.
131.905, United 362 Heavy.
ARINC, short for Aeronautical Radio Incorporated, provides transport communications and systems engineering solutions. The ARINC voice service that Honolulu Approach has directed the United crew to contact operates 2 communication centers, one in New York and one in San Francisco, which is the one the United crew are speaking to. The flight crew are using the ARINC service to communicate verbally with the United Airlines Operations Center, based in Chicago. The crew are likely discussing their maintenance issue with maintenance watch and operations personnel at the airline, and deciding on a course of action for the crew to take.
And ATF United 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, HF approach, go ahead.
Yeah, just for planning purposes, we're going to want the long runway 8 right.
United 362 Heavy, okay, you can expect that.
Mahalo.
United 362 Heavy, and time now is 0315, expect further clearance 0330.
0330, United 362 Heavy.
And Honolulu United 362, we'd like to extend our EFC.
United 362 Heavy, okay, time now is 03273 expect further clearance 0400.
0400 United 362 Heavy, thanks.
United 362 Heavy, HF approach.
United 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, what sort of maintenance issue are you experiencing?
We have a left forward fuel pump in off.
There are 6 selectable fuel pumps on the Boeing 767. Configuring the fuel system is accomplished via the left overhead panel. The left and right main fuel tanks each have a forward and aft pump, and the center tank has a left and a right pump. Completing the fuel panel are 2 crossfeed valves and a fuel configuration warning light. The crew have reported that their left forward fuel pump is inoperative. The aircraft alerts the crew to this issue in 2 ways. Firstly, an amber message on the aircraft's ICAS display reading L forward fuel pump is illuminated. This directs the crew's attention to the overhead panel, where an amber pump pressure light is illuminated on the associated pump's button. According to the aircraft's quick reference handbook, the following steps should be accomplished to rectify a left or right pump pressure light. Firstly, do not reset any tripped fuel pump or fuel pump control circuit breakers. Then, press the pump switch on the affected pump, turning it off. Once this is accomplished, the aircraft can continue flying normally using the other pump for the associated tank. In this situation, however, the crew have elected to return to Honolulu, potentially due to other aircraft MEL items or concerns about flying ETOPS over the Pacific with a fuel pump inoperative.
And ATF United 362 Heavy.
362 Heavy, go ahead.
Yeah, can we update our EFC, just add another hour, still burning the fuel and trying to decide if we need to do an overweight landing or not. So can we update it for an hour?
Yeah, 362 Heavy, roger. Okay, you said you want to update one more hour in holding?
Yeah, just worst case scenario, one more hour, maybe 0500.
Yeah, 362 Heavy, roger. Okay, continue to hold, expect further clearance upon pilot request.
Okay, expect further clearance 0500 Zulu. Thank you.
No problem.
NHCF, NHCF United 362.
United 362 Heavy, go ahead.
Yes, sir, we're ready to come in for 8 right.
United 362 Heavy, roger, descend and maintain 4,000.
Out of 10,000 for 4,000, 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, and do you need any assistance there at the airport, the trucks or whatnot for 8 right?
Negative. We won't need any assistance.
Okay, and second question, do you want the RNAV over KIT-key, or do you want the visual approach?
Yeah, we can come over just like a visual like we normally do with the western part of the island.
Yeah, 362 Heavy, roger. Okay, just for clarification, are cleared to Honolulu Airport via radar vectors, turn left, heading 340, descend and maintain 3,000.
Left 340, and we're down to 3,000 now. Cleared to the Honolulu Airport radar vectors, United 362 Heavy. And just confirm the 340 heading for United 362 Heavy.
Yeah, 362 Heavy, affirmative. Turn left, heading 340, descend and maintain 3,000.
340 heading down to 3,000, United 362 Heavy, mahalo.
362 Heavy, no problem. I'll just take you just west of Kaialoa to make the straight a little bit easier for about 10 miles, and then once you get the airport in sight, you'll clear for the visual.
Perfect. We appreciate your help, United 362 Heavy.
United 362 Heavy, continue left turn, heading 310.
Left turn 310 heading, United 362 Heavy.
Yeah, 362 Heavy, report Honolulu Airport in sight, 3 o'clock, 11 miles.
And the field's in sight, United 362 Heavy.
Yeah, 362 Heavy, roger. Okay, cross the shoreline over west of Kaialoa at or above 3,000. Cleared visual approach runway 8 right.
Clear for the visual 8 right, cross the shoreline at above 3,000, United 362 Heavy.
Yeah, 362 Heavy, contact tower, good day.
Over to us. Thanks for the help again, United 362 Heavy. Hey, tower, United 362 Heavy, with you, visual 8 right.
United 362 Heavy, Honolulu Tower, wind 040 at 13, gust 1 natter, runway 8 right, clear to land.
8 right, clear to land, United 362 Heavy. Wind check.
Wind 050 at 12. United 362 Heavy, turn left. If you got Romeo Golf there, if not, you can go down to Romeo Hotel. Turn left there and contact ground today.
Alright, let's turn Romeo Hotel and ground there, United 362 Heavy.
After nearly 1 hour 45 minutes in the air, the aircraft lands on runway 8 right and taxis to the gate under its own power. After maintenance personnel on the ground at Honolulu work on the aircraft overnight, the following day the airline plans to ferry the flight to Washington Dulles as flight United 2840. Shortly after takeoff, however, the crew again advise of an issue with their left forward fuel pump.
Yes, United 2840.
United 2840, go ahead.
We're going to need to actually hold and dump some fuel and return to Honolulu. Once again, not an emergency.
United 2840, roger. And when you're ready, you can turn back towards Bambo and hold northeast Bambo as published. And descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000. Honolulu altimeter 29906.
Direct Bambo, hold northeast as published. Descend to 10,000 and 296 for United 2840.
United 2840, roger. Did you want to hold and dump the fuel, or did you want to vector dump some fuel?
I think we'd like to hold. It's just an easier way to to format it. We could hold anywhere, present position, whatever you like.
United 2840, roger. Bamboo is fine.
Bamboo, United 2840.
2840 heavy, say again.
Yes, sir. Can we just do a present position hold here with 10-mile legs?
United 2840, affirmative. Hold eastbound. Warning areas to the north of your hot.
Eastbound, present position, 10-mile legs, United 2840. Thank you.
United 2040 heavy, roger. You're going to do left turn.
Left turn, yes, United 2840.
United 2040 heavy, roger. United 2840 heavy, when you get a chance, if you could just let me know what the reason for returning to Honolulu and the fuel dump was.
United 2840, certainly. We have a left forward fuel pump message and pressure light, so most likely there's a left forward fuel pump.
40 heavy, thank you.
2840, entering the hold, 31 past, 105.
Fine, 2840, roger.
The aircraft again enters a hold, dumps fuel, and returns to Honolulu for further maintenance. The following day, October 1st, the aircraft was successfully ferried to Washington Dulles as United 2845. Better watch out though, air traffic controllers of Hawaii. The next scheduled flight for the aircraft is back to Honolulu.